Hey team, how we doing? Coach Dana Cavalea here with you today. And we got a special question that came from one of our team members. His name is John. And now that we're heading towards the end of the year, goals are on people's minds, New Year's resolutions, all that good stuff. But the question is, the reason for my message was because I was sitting around thinking about my 2019 goals. I know I have a lot to accomplish, but my main thought was towards prioritizing these goals. Then I got stuck. I was wondering your thoughts on the main factors of prioritizing your goals to be successful. Now, listen, I always appreciate questions. And John, thanks for reaching out today. Super excited to break this down for you in what I'll call a mock coaching session. And I work with a lot of executives, a lot of athletes, a lot of leaders, up-and-coming entrepreneurs in my coaching agency. And this, believe it or not, is where a lot of people get jammed up. And the reason is they're trying to do too much. They're looking at the year ahead as this monster and this mountain that they have to climb. And the reality is that's not going to help you get to the top. It's going to help you get jammed up. You're going to feel overwhelmed. And then you know what happens when you feel jammed up and you feel overwhelmed? Typically you quit and you say, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. I'll get to it at another time. And you end up having a year that is not as productive as it could be and as it should be. So let's dig in and we'll break down how this all begins and how we can get you moving through 19 and beyond, and how you can take what you do next year and use it as fuel and fire and momentum to achieve the following year as well. Because we don't want to just achieve right now. We want to take what we do now and build upon it. So let's look at it wherever you are right now. The goal is to build a strong foundation and then build layers and layers and layers and layers on top of that foundation and make you unshakable. So here's what we do. Step 1, don't get overwhelmed by your goals. So what do we have to do? We got to ask ourselves, why have I selected this goal? Why is this goal important to me? And really sit with it, because so many of us, we say we want this and we're not actually sure why we want it. We just want it, And listen, I've been guilty of this. I built a multi-unit training facility really just to prove to myself that I could do it. I didn't even have the desire to really operate and run these facilities. I mean, I wanted to have a positive effect on those people that we worked with and that we trained, but the day-to-day operation was not really something I wanted. I just wanted to prove that I could build a multi-unit operation, and that really wasn't the right reason for doing that, and that's why it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So you have to think about, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why is it that I want what I say that I want? Make sure you're not tricking yourself. Make sure you're not trying to fill a personal void or a hole or an emotional issue, or that there's something else in your life that you're trying to run from and distract yourself from, and you're going to try to overcompensate by picking this big goal. So get clear on that first. Okay, now that you got real with yourself, let's come up with one thing that if you achieved it this year, you would feel a sense of accomplishment like you've never felt before. Like the type of accomplishment where it's like, wow, that is amazing. I did that and I feel so good about all this effort I put in, what I achieved, the impact that it's having, and man, this is incredible. That's the one thing. Like, let's focus on that one thing this year that you want to accomplish. But coach, there's 365 days, there's 12 months. I could do more than one thing. No, you can't. Pick the one thing. When you achieve that one thing, then you could move on. But you got to look at it as that one thing is kind of like a drawbridge, and that bridge won't go down until you complete that one thing and get that one thing in motion, and then you can cross the bridge to the other side and focus on the next thing. But too many people are trying to do too many things at once, and you can't. Now, I was at one point in my life, I would have definitely argued with myself and said, Coach, that's not true. I could do more than one thing. Focus on one thing and make it great. And that takes a tremendous amount of focus, a tremendous amount of discipline, and you're going to learn so much about yourself as you go through that process to determine not only what that one thing is, but how you're going to stay focused on that one thing with a day-to-day process. So if you want to open up 12 accounts for the year, 12 new accounts, let's say, whatever your business may be, that may be a low goal, but that would require you to open one account per month. That's your goal. So how are you going to achieve that 12? You're going to hit one per month, right? I want to change the culture of my workplace or my athletic department. Okay, that's your big goal. And then we have to say, well, what are we going to do? How are we going to actually go about doing that, right? So those are, some basic examples. I want to start my new business. I want to be profitable in 90 days. I want to lose 25 pounds this year and really change my life. Those are the goals. That's the one thing that you want to focus on. And now we got to start thinking about what is our daily action? What is our process that we're going to use every single day to achieve that? Because once you determine the goal, you're done. Put that aside. The goal sits out there. It no longer, outside of daily visualization exercises, it's no longer serving you, because you're never going to achieve that goal if you don't execute your daily plan and your daily strategy. And this is where people get jammed up. This is where they get distracted. This is where they don't put up boundaries. This is where they say, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later, and they never do it. So you actually win your big goal by pounding those nails every single day, by dropping bricks every single day. So that's how you actually do it. The foundation of success is really the process. It's about your process. So if you want to open one account per month, that may take 15 calls per day. So you got to make 15 Monday, 15 Tuesday, 15 Wednesday, 15 Thursday, 15 Friday. And if you miss a day, the chances of success go way down. So you got to think about that. You must think about that. If you don't make those 15 calls one day out of that week, you just dropped by 20% your overall performance. So that's a problem. So I want you to really take the time and think about your daily process. Your daily process matters. I'd rather see you have a very simple daily process. And again, maybe let's use 15 calls as an example because it's easy. And say, hey, I get up, I make my 15 calls. After your 15 calls, you could be done for the day. So too many of us are wasting time, filling time and wasting it and just, not being effective on our day-to-day process. You win with process. Having watched a guy like Derek Jeter for so many years, he won because of his process. Daily execution, being consistent in that execution, and it led to long-term winning. Next, we have to think about our accountability. So again, we decided we have our big goal, we have our daily action and process. Now we got to hold ourselves accountable to that daily action and process, because we know that accountability and hitting those nails every day, dropping those bricks, and executing our daily process is going to get us to our goal. So if you want to lose 25 pounds, you're going to have to eat a certain way, and you're going to have to do a certain amount of exercise. You can't just do it Monday and then again on Thursday and then again maybe the following week. It's every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What are you doing each and every day to get you closer to your goal? You're executing on your process, and you've got to be accountable to your process. And that's what I always say. Everybody needs a coach in life. They need a coach in life because the coach not only can help you with your plan, but that coach can hold you accountable. And that's where most people struggle. They are not accountable to their goals, to their process, and to their plan. And that's the problem. So I wrote in today's blog, and I'll put a link, below. One goal, one simple process plus accountability equals the greatest chances for success in all that you do. And I said, this is the secret to success. Get a clear goal, very singular. Have a simple process that you execute daily and hold yourself accountable. And do it over and over and over and over and over again. That's the secret, okay? And it's not a secret because now you know it. Step 5 comes down to celebrate your wins along the way. So too many people are hustling, pushing, building, that they don't even realize what they built. They don't come out of that build phase and growth phase for even a minute to say, wow, you know what? I did a great job here. I'm proud of myself. Clap it off. Give yourself a high five. Because you got to celebrate the wins along the way. The mind is so powerful that it works really well on that reward system. I work hard, I reward myself. Work hard, reward. Work, reward. Who knows? Maybe that started back in the day when you did a good job, your mom took you for ice cream or gave you something sweet, whatever it may be. But that's super, super important, okay? So stay focused on that. This is the process. This is how you become unstuck. This is how you keep yourself moving. And the greatest part about this plan and strategy that I put together for you today is that it makes it easy to say no to things that don't align with your goal, with your mission, with your core values, what it is that you decided your singular focus and that one thing was going to be. So anything that doesn't align to that or get you closer to that or doesn't fit in your daily process, you can't do. So you're going to see now how many things you turn down and how many things that you may typically subscribe to and do that don't align with what it is that you want. So if you can get yourself totally aligned and totally focused on what is my one thing for this year, write it down. What is the daily actions and processes that I need to achieve that one goal? Write it down. How am I going to hold myself accountable if I am unable to? I'm going to hire a coach. Write it down. Have a plan. And when you take the goal, that one clear goal, that one thing, you put a simple process to it, and you hold yourself accountable, that's when you have the best chances for success. Super, super important. Never forget this lesson. It's game-changing. It's a game-changing lesson that you could benefit from. Share it with somebody that you care about because this is the recipe. I'm telling you the recipe. I've seen it in the world's highest performers in business and in sport, and it works. And it makes your life so much simpler, so much more simple. But you got to be somebody that is 100% committed to the process. Once you decide on that one thing, put it aside. You know, obviously you can be on your vision board and be a part of your vision, but just focusing on that every day is not going to get you there. Focusing on the daily execution and process will. So that's today's lesson. I hope you enjoy this. Coach Dana Cavalea. Remember, you can have success, but success is the result of a daily process. If you're not on the daily blog, get on the daily blog at danacavalea.com. If you need personal coaching to achieve the results that you want in life, apply for the coaching program at Dana Cavalea. And if you don't have my new book, Habits of a Champion, you could also order that at danacavalea.com or on Amazon. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, if you like this, share it. We're in the business of helping people, and that's what it's all about. Talk soon. See ya.